who speculate that Donald Trump will drop out of the presidential race once it's already abundantly clear he has no chance, but it's only going to get more and more clear. And at some point, Donald Trump's going to quit. And the reason why he's going to quit, remember what his brand is. He's a winner. Trump always wins. I mean, even this week, even today, he was bragging about, like, oh, I'm way ahead in the polls, which is a bald-faced lie. He's behind. He's 5 points down on the Real Clear Politics average. He's falling further and further behind in the swing or battleground states. Trump is on his way to a thumping, as George W. Bush put it once upon a time, or a shellacking, as Barack Obama also put it about another midterm election defeat. And so his ego will not handle getting thoroughly whipped in November. His brand is winning. Is he going to endanger that? Well, maybe, maybe not. I tend to think that he won't endanger it, but if he does, you know what's going to happen? He's going to sue. I guarantee we can sit here on August the 4th, 2016, we can sit here right now and we can say with absolute certainty that no matter how the November election turns out, there's going to be a post-election lawsuit campaign. And recounts and recounts. I mean, you know what's going to happen. As litigious as Donald Trump is, he could lose by 20 percentage points and lose 50 states. He's still going to sue. He's still going to claim, I got robbed, it was rigged. And this is what he's talking about, folks. Now, as Susan Wright pointed out the other day at Red State, now for the entirety of the primaries, Trump was short on solutions. Of course, with his cult, he didn't really have to provide any. Although heavy on vague, empty promises and slogans he ripped off from the 80s. He had much ire for his Republican competitors for the nomination, but was oddly, or not really all that odd, short on attacks against Democrats, his fellow Democrats. Now here we are 3 months away from the general election, and Trump has vanquished every legitimate, qualified, actual Republican candidate for the nomination, and has shifted full speed ahead into his strategy for the main event, namely, keep attacking Republicans and talk about why he will lose in November. Here's a quote from the Wall Street Journal. Republican presidential nominee, Republican, quote unquote. How about Democrat Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump on Monday cast doubt on the legitimacy of the November general election, which is all you need to know to conclude that he knows he's not going to win. Expanding on his long-running theme that the political process is stacked against him. Yeah, like it was stacked against him in the Republican primaries, even though it actually was stacked in his favor. I'm afraid the election is going to be rigged. I have to be honest, Trump told a rally in Columbus, Ohio. And you know what? He may or may not believe that, but that's what he's telling his cultists to believe. Because in their mind, well, Trump always wins. Trump never loses. Trump loses. Well, it can't be because he just lost. No, he had to get screwed. It had to be rigged. This is laying the groundwork for a post-election campaign, folks. And heretofore, it's always been Democrats that have done these things. But, well, there you go. So what did Trumplicans do? They went out and nominated another Democrat. They nominated a Democrat to run on the Republican ticket. This is what you get. I mean, what exactly does Trump think this will accomplish? I don't know, I just told you. Will building a mountain of excuses in advance create a well of sympathy and get him the sympathy vote? No, but it's laying the groundwork for his post-election, post-defeat campaign to try to sue his way to the White House. That's what it is. Will the constant barrage of non-issues distract from the fact that he has no working knowledge of the issues facing the presidency? Well, that doesn't matter. I've said that for quite a while now. Issues don't matter. If issues mattered, Barack Obama would never have been reelected and Mitt Romney would be running for reelection. Issues don't matter, ladies and gentlemen. It's all about personality. It's all about the tribe. And, you know, maybe it's been that way it's certainly been that way with the Democrats. Maybe it's been that way with the Republicans for a while, but it's just taken Trump to make it that day-glow obvious and visible. Getting back to the Wall Street Journal quote, Trump's remarks follow his weekend calls to change the dates of the 3 general election debates because 2 of them are scheduled at the same time as pro football games. Trump said in a Saturday interview with ABC News that he received a letter from the National Football League taking issue with the debate timing. No, he didn't, by the way. He just made that up. An NFL spokesman said the league sent no such letter. Who are you going to believe? The liar or the National Football League? You can say what you want about the NFL, but they have more credibility than Donald Trump does. I mean, is lying just part of Trump's sociopathic personality? Yes, it is. It's easier than studying and campaigning, I suppose. You know, all the pundit at hotair.com had a very good point yesterday. He said that you know what Trump could do that would be a masterstroke? Here's what he should do. He should study and prepare for the first debate with Hillary Clinton. And he's got, what, almost 2 months in which to do it? All of August and part of September. He should study like crazy, prepare, get himself well-versed on every policy issue, and then come out, because think about how low the bar is going to be for these debates for Trump. The bar is going to be subterranean. All he would have to do is go out, give a tour de force performance, be in control, be disciplined. In other words, don't be Trump. Play the role of an actual serious presidential candidate. And you can count on Hillary Clinton and La Clinton Nostra not being prepared for that. And then it would blow everybody away because undecided voters, by and large, don't necessarily tune in the conventions. They do tune in the debates. Because the closer you get to the election, that's when more and more people start paying attention to it. Although everything up to now, they don't really pay a whole lot of attention to. It's in the background. Other things are going on. But when you get within a month or two of the election, that's when most people, casual voters, start paying attention. Well, Trump did what I just said. If he prepared, if he was ready to go, if he was ready to pretend to be a serious presidential candidate, came out, gave a tour de force debate performance, blew Hillary Clinton away, a lot of undecided voters will say, wow, well, maybe I'll vote for him after all. This isn't the Trump I've been hearing about for all this time. This isn't the Trump that's been around for years. It looks like he's actually taking this seriously. I may just vote for him. Then he could refuse to go to the final 2 debates even. You know, why go out there and screw it up? But, of course, Trump will never do any of this because Trump doesn't think he needs to. Trump is Trump. Remember, nobody controls Trump. Remember that when that was a selling point for Donald Trump? Well, nobody controls him now either, as he's sabotaging his own campaign and is in a race for the absolute guttural bottom. I mean, the man is surrounded by a phalanx of surrogates, bootlickers, ass kissers. I mean, where are those willing to tell him that either he get a cogent, workable strategy in place or he needs to step aside? Well, what part of sycophants, bootlickers, and ass kissers didn't you understand? I mean, whatever the tumult in Trump's brain, it seems even he knows he's far out of his element, and in the fashion of a true narcissist, it will always be some unfair system or someone with a vendetta against him that is to blame for his failure. And like I say, he'll either quit because he doesn't want to take the risk of the damage to his winning brand, his winner brand, that getting his ass kicked on the first Tuesday in November would land upon it, or laying the groundwork for the post-election campaign where he tries to sue his way to the presidency. And I'll toss this in for good measure. Picture a photo finish with these two candidates. There might not be a president until next summer, and you know who would stay in power in the meantime, don't you?